Well, I have a speech written because I have so many people to thank. That's not real, so we're going to wing it in a lot of different ways because I want you to get to know the real me. And the real me can't remember things often, and been known as squirrel brain, as some would say. So I'm gonna start with my speech and go from there. I'm so very excited to be here right now. You'll see my redness. My mama just told me, honey, you're already red. That's me. I run high all day, every day. It doesn't matter, game day or whatnot. So that's a normal thing, so don't be worried about that. I want to, say thank you for everyone being here today. It's a true honor to be named the newest leader of the new age of SEMO hoops. It's a, President Vargas, like he said, is not here, but him and Brady have been unreal to me, and the belief that they've had in me has just been something that's made me even greater than I was when this happened, a week ago. So with that, everyone else that I've met at SEMO so far, it's been a whirlwind, and I truly have remembered a lot of names, I promise. I see that we have some shout out SEMO football players in here, so thank you for being here. One thing for certain, not many people get an opportunity like the one that I have been given as your next head coach. And I truly believe it is because of my support system. And you'll hear me call them my village a lot. Of course, so many wonderful mentors I've been around, and then all the colleagues along the way. So this could get long in thanking. I want to thank first and foremost the man upstairs and his continuous directions and paths that he's led me to and through. And even though when sometimes, like today for an example, that I had no clue that he had this in store for me last Thursday, here's where we are, and it seems like, God was already filling Rowdy too about, SEMO and this process. So we had to put this in there. To my husband, who's my number one, Jimmer, and my beautiful daughters, Dayton and Nola, thank you for, being my biggest accomplishments, and that's the truth. To them also, Dayton and Nola, I know Jimmy's not as much as this, but Dayton and Nola are, and even though Three Rivers mascot is named Rowdy also, it kind of made us cringe at first because, of course, at Mac Nation, you know how Three Rivers, you feel about them. But now, we're definitely going to be recruiting their players. That's definitely going to be Mike's job, so he knows that. But we are definitely excited about also Rowdy being here too, and that's one of the favorite things that my kids talk about when they go to colleges and things. So we're excited, and Rowdy, get ready for that. To my dad, to my mom and Lance, my brother and sister, my mama and Paul, my nanny, my Uncle Don, DJ and Brendan, my in-laws, Susan and Paul, all my aunts and uncles, and brother-in-laws that can't be here today. You are my common denominator always. You've dealt with all the crazy, and at every level with me, I'm thankful that you still claim me as family. I would be crazy not to say thank you also to the ones that have taken chances on me, which has led me obviously to where I'm standing today. It didn't start with Coach Cuck back in second grade basketball. That was Coach Sago, who's here today and who's proudly wearing a SEMO shirt, who's an alum, and he'll tell you how proud he is of that. But Coach Cuck and Mary Lou, which is my junior college coach, and a wonderful people in my life, I wanted to say thank you for them for always believing in me and teaching me how to do things the right way, and to do those things with integrity. And so much of that will be implemented in our team at SEMO, and that comes with a lot of rid yourself of self. You'll hear that a lot. That'll be one of the first things in our locker room, and Coach Cuck instilled that in me, and I believe in that with wholeheartedly. Oh, where are we at? So thank you, to Coach Sago and Coach Cuck and both of you for getting this young girl who then turned into a passionate woman about this game and winning with people first. Something that will go in our locker room, as I said, rid yourself of self. We have a better halves group of girls that's, kind of my village at home and things, and a lot of them are SEMO grads, so they were really excited to hear the news. But one of them being Natalie Sago, who's here today, and one of my best friends since day one. Shout out to her for just the craziness that we deal with. She's also in the NBA and reffing big games every night, and decided to move back to Farmington right by me. And it just shows kind of our sense of community and what we care about, and the materialistic things in life. It's not about that, it's about relationships, and she's a true example of a loyalty friend. Also, sitting close by is Rod Denman, who also is a SEMO alum and here today, and just acted like this was the job for me when he heard that it was open. And I was like, Rod, like, what? He just, had so much belief just right from day one. And I was telling him, I haven't even made the national tournament yet at Mineral. Like, why do you believe that? And he's like, I'm making some calls. So sorry to all the Cape legends if Rod blew you up last week, but I'm thankful to be here, and I'm thankful that he did do that. Moving on with the reasons and the people who make me look really good. Coach Shep, she's here today. How do you not know Coach Shep? SEMO basketball legend, who's, I'm gonna not cry because I don't do that. She's always hitting me with words of wisdom and clearly her energy in the office, and definitely what she hears at church every week. And she's, Apostle Taylor, she's told him a lot about me, and we didn't know that this is where this path was gonna go and things like that. But, last week as we were doing whatever we do in the office, and because we do get a lot done, I promise you that. And she hits me with, this was, I guess, probably right when she got home from church. It was the Monday before any of this went on, and she said, God uses busy people. Divine timing often presents itself as an inconvenience. Everything you're asking God to do is tied to your movement with him. So I'm just like, why are you like, and then about 3 days later, the SEMO thing kind of like comes at us with the storm, and she's like, told you, and she's like, it's just, you got to sit down. Like, what do you mean? Like, this is, she just had all this belief, like, yeah, this is supposed to happen for you. Like, just take it in. But the funny part that she says about it and how she started it to get my attention was, God uses busy people, because I'm pretty busy and I can't sit still and all those things. So I'm thankful for her. Then, the last year of my life truly gets the biggest blessing in terms of basketball and meeting, what I call the GH show. Why though, you might ask? GH was our men's coach that I just coached this last year with, and crazy story there. You can look it up. Don't believe it. He's a wonderful man, and I'm very thankful to be around him and what he's taught me. But coaching and teaching is about meeting real people who share a similar mindset as you and making lifelong relationships. I was on, the committee last summer to hire him, and let's just say we found the right person. Every day since, I've met him and his family. They have pushed me to be uncomfortable and made me believe I was better and had greater things to come. So, thank you to GH Show with that. And with the GH Show, like I said, they know who they are. With also, that comes, other mentors that have helped me manage through the mom coach life balance that I would like to perfect. However, I know that it's not easy. And so one of the best in the business, Molly Miller, which was also kind enough, to take part in reaching out for me as well, always gave me the advice in these last few years, because you just can't really, sometimes in women's basketball, you can find women coaches, right? But you need to, I love to look up to people that do exactly what I do, to try to see, how they do it. And why they do it this way and why it works. And you know, she's one that I've looked as a mentor for a long time, and she says, you know, tells me, just do both well, do both well. And so that's what we're trying to do in the Palmer household, and definitely that's most important. So I'm trying. Shauna Green, she's been a life, you know, changer for me. Like I said, in the last year, you know, invited us up for a few games, and then, you know, my kids and my family that's went up there with me are looking at me like, what are we doing? Don't settle. Don't sell yourself short. You could do this. You know, where I was just going up there to appreciate, you know, watching a Mizzou Illinois game or whatever it was, but the people around me were knowing that maybe that was a purpose that I could do a good job at, and I'm thankful for that, because I was very happy at Mac and very thankful for what I had there and winning and things like that. But that kind of kick-started some things as well when this last week occurred. Then, you know, one of my best friends, and also he calls me a rising star, so now she's like above this, is Coach Hannah Hayden, and I can't thank her enough for, you know, all the long nights that she was venting to me. It was really, you know, a benefit of mine more so than it was her venting. I got to listen to so many things she was going through, you know, navigating through the JUCO process, to the D2 process, to the, you know, hiring, to getting Georgia Southern where she's at now, and it really means a lot to me. She's you know, a former Lady Cardinal like myself, and that's a strong bond we had, and that's a strong bond that I want to instill here. And like Brady said, you know, this isn't just like a stepping stone job or things like that. I took this job because it's close to my village. So that's something that's really important, and I think that's something that you guys as a community really are wanting to hear from somebody, because I take this stuff very personal of how we look and what our image is, and how hard and how we're supporting you, and that's real. I wouldn't be standing here today without many of the amazing young women that I've been able to coach and the tremendous people I've been able to coach with. I want to give a special shout out to Coach Todd Cuck, Coach Randy Skaggs, Adam Barton, Sarah Condra, Terrence Towns, Hayden Sprinkle, and the list continues on. I'm sure I forgot many, because there's a lot of people that tell us how to coach, right? Coach Korn, yeah, a lot of people. As far as playing style, I know you guys wanted me to get to this. As far as playing style, there's lots of question marks, as we all know, because we have to fill a roster. It's not the ideal thing, but luckily you hired a JUCO product, and luckily you hired somebody that's used to chaos, and this is normal. And the staff and I, you know, Danielle's here today, and Mike, and Sam, he had other stuff going on today, but we're not scared. We're not scared of the challenge, and we are going, you know, to make you guys proud. The one thing that we have done, knowing that we're hitting the ground running, is, I mean, it's been, what, 24 hours that I've been down here, and we're going to find the best student athletes, people first, that represent Southeast Missouri State. And that's most important. And as coaches, we have to be adaptable and identify what makes the most sense based on our personnel, you know, when it comes to the playing style and things. So that's the only answer that I can give you right now. We're going to find the best people, and then when we get the personnel in, we're going to figure out the best way for SEMO Women Hoops to be successful. Because if I told you something different, that wouldn't be real. Again, I can tell you one thing, and we have a goal. And like I said, we've talked to many players. They put me on the phone with the kids coming back, and the kids were trying to get all ready. And the one goal that I can tell you that we've set in on, and that's to do exactly what two people in this room did in 2020, and get Brady another ring for his collection, and punch our ticket to the NCAA National Tournament and actually get to go this time. Coach Shep and Coach Mike, we're the only, we're the two people that got to do it, and that's what our goals are. And that's where we're starting, and that's where we're at. To our fans, both students and community, we need you. We need you more than ever. I've talked to a lot of our players. I've talked to a lot of community people and asked, what's going to make this go? I know what worked for us. And it takes a lot of time. I think that having a great relationship with Coach Korn, I already do. And I think that's huge. I think you guys want to see the men's and women's team be on the same page. That's something that I was very thankful for, that we have that relationship and we make you proud, and knowing that we're both doing this and we're in it together and for you guys. Another thing that excited me when going through the process was hearing that SEMO and the Cape, that is what the Cape area and the SEMO area wanted. And you have definitely found your person that I look forward to truly meeting each and every one of you. There's so many that made the trip down today that I'm like seeing now, and it's like kind of embarrassing. I'm like, oh my gosh, you actually came. That's awesome, because our crew comes with a lot of people and a lot of energy, and our goals are to get this place rolling again, and it's family first though, and being a mom's my number one deal, and then being the mom to the 13 to 15 other kids that are in our office and locker room are next in line. And I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. Like I said, I've never had a Division I job before, but I'm so thankful that you guys are giving me the opportunity and taking a chance on me and my vision. And you've heard a lot of I and my and things today, and that'll be the last of that, because it's going to be we and us from here on out, and I truly believe that. And I'm excited to meet all these coaches here as well. I haven't got to meet everybody on staff and things like that. So thank you again for having me. And I have kind of one surprise, right? As my team knows, when we beat ranked opponents, which I heard Coach Took does something similar, when we beat ranked opponents, because you see that I like to wear heels when I coach. And when we beat ranked opponents, and again, why I guess I wore these heels, because it was Three Rivers, but even though we are in good terms now with Three Rivers, because we're going to be recruiting from them. But yeah, after we beat a ranked opponent, my players get to the locker room, they take my heels, and they sign it, and I'm hoping to buy a lot of heels, right? So anyway, I thought today was a win in my book because of this opportunity, and I want to say thank you. So I don't know, which one is it? We got so many wins on here. Here we go. Yeah. Feeling rowdy, and it has a date. Today. Yeah. Thank you, guys.